Six Talks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Six Talks.
We're back again, baby. Woo!
That was a voice cry.
My Raptors. No! Yeah, we're starting like this. I have no words, bro. I've been wanting to record for the past 2 days because I am heartbroken.
He honestly is.
At this horrible league.
I have never spoken to Yousuf when he's working or when he has things to do, but a call lasted for 1 hour, and he was just raving about the Raptors being off 2 digits, 1 digit, both picks.
Let me give you the rundown real quick of how my day went. You know, I woke up, had a great morning. You know, had breakfast, was chilling, was in a good mood, was hopeful about the Raptors lottery odds. And I received a call from you. You asked me one question. You said, "Oh, yo, Yousuf, how you feeling? Yada yada yada. Who do you not want to move up?" Okay, I said Philly because they are in the East, and I do not want them to move up. I said Dallas because that team is overpowered and stupid, and they do not deserve Cooper Flagg after trading away the generational superstar. And San Antonio, because Victor Wembanyama and Cooper Flagg is ridiculous. All 3 of those teams moved up. And I also said...
Not just moved up. Are the top 3 teams.
Are the top 3 teams. And I said it, man. I do not want them to move up for a reason. And I said I do not want the Raptors to move back. At minimum, I wasn't even asking for us to move up. I understood that we might have ruined the tank by winning a couple extra games, a couple extra meaningless games earlier on in the season. I would understand if they didn't move us up. But move up Portland, man. A team that hasn't had any sort of draft success. The one time they move up, they draft a Boston Scoot Henderson. Reward a franchise like the Chicago Bulls, whose fans have dealt with pain and misery of trying to be mediocre. Not a team that just made the NBA Finals 2 seasons ago. Like, what are we doing? This league is the most stupid, and it is so blatantly rigged. I don't actually think it's rigged, but the NBA has to understand how ridiculous this looks. If I had to rank teams based on who the NBA would love to have get the first overall pick for ratings and viewership, it would be Dallas, then it would be San Antonio, then it would be the Philadelphia 76ers. The Dallas Mavericks trade away their generational superstar and get one instantly back. The San Antonio Spurs draft a generational superstar, get a Rookie of the Year in Stephon Castle, and now they're getting another potential generational superstar in Dylan Harper. The Philadelphia 76ers, they try to make a friggin' super team suck because of Paul George is now washed, and they get rewarded for it. And the Charlotte Hornets have added another top pick for like the 5 millionth year in a row that they are going to waste once again. This league is a joke. It does not reward good teams, and I've always said it. The NBA needs to fix the draft lottery by making it the bottom 10 teams. Play-in teams should not be in the lottery because play-in teams do not suck. Play-in teams are mediocre. This is equivalent to if the play-in Toronto Raptors got Victor Wembanyama added to that team. Before that draft lottery, I was always like, yo, imagine if we got Victor Wembanyama. That would be insane. That would be jokes. Laughing because it's not possible because we only had a 2% chance at getting it? Well, the Dallas Mavericks are getting a friggin' generational superstar. The next great American superstar in the league with a 1.8% chance at the top pick. This league is rigged. This league is BS. And I'm done with everything that has to do with the draft. And now, my team, I don't know what it looks like.
Same, by the way.
What?
Same, by the way.
Yeah, congratulations. At least your team. All I had was hope, man. Leading up to the draft lottery, what I had was hope that we still had a chance to move up. You still have the hope because your team's still in there. I have no hope whatsoever because the 2 people that I said, even if we were at 7, that I wanted, Kaman Malawach and Derek Queen, A, might not even be available at 9, and B, after looking at their combine, I'm less confident in their abilities at the NBA level than I was before because their combine performances were horrible. Their measurements were a lot worse than people thought, and Derek Queen's jumper looks like a 7-foot Not even 7', 6'10". I can't even call him that. He looks like a 6'10" Tyrese Halliburton with that jump shot. It's horrible. It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. And that is my rant about the draft lottery.
Damn. What a story for Yusuf Abbas. But talking about the draft lottery, let's break it down. So for the people that don't know, Dallas gets the first overall pick. San Antonio gets the second overall pick, followed by Philly, followed by Charlotte. The thing that's crazy to me, you have the Utah Jazz who lost 64 games in the season to move 4 spots down. You have the Washington Wizards, who are generationally bad, move 4 spots down. Like, we have teams that lost 65 games. They all dropped. Also the Pelicans. Like you mentioned, Charlotte, they dropped, but they are the 4th seed. But it's kind of crazy that losing that many games is no longer the method of getting a top pick.
Yeah.
Which is kind of wild. But we all know Cooper Flagg's going to Dallas. How do you like his fit in Dallas?
It's perfect. Without anything to say, people are questioning it. People are questioning its, what's it called? Like, ability to develop him and saying that it might ruin his career. This is going to be perfect for Cooper Flagg. He gets to be in a winning situation instantly. I'm not mad about that. What I'm mad at is Utah Jazz fans. They're only adding a 5th overall pick after watching their team start guys like Svi Mykhailiuk. The Washington Wizards are starting guys like Tristan Vucevic, who you probably didn't even know existed until today. And they are adding a guy like Trey Johnson or Jeremiah Fears instead of a Cooper Flagg or an Ace Bailey. I had to watch Jared Rhoden on my NBA start for my NBA team, and I might not even add a top. I might not even add a top 9 prospect. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, and the draft lottery is so flawed in the sense that it has this much potential, and it has recently kept trash teams trash, and mediocre teams have been benefiting recently. 2 drafts in a row that a playing team has gone up and gotten the first overall pick. It's insane to me. It's so dumb. I saw. And I'm not sorry to cut you off. I'm not saying it's rigged, but rigging this lottery is so goddamn easy. Can I just say that? Like,
I want to know how, because like obviously there's all the NBA scouts there that we saw the videos. There's a bunch of like people from.
I explained this to you. The easiest way to do it is weighted ping pong balls. No one's checking how weighted those are. That machine will suck up the lightest ping pong ball like 90% of the time. I don't think there's any way to surefire rig it, like when David Stern was reaching for the cold envelope to get the New York Knicks Patrick Ewing. Like, before, it was envelopes that he grabbed out of the machine, and he was feeling around for the cold one, so because he knew that was the New York Knicks. I'm not saying it's that like surefire, but they are definitely increasing it in a way that benefits these. No, not definitely, but it is easy to rig the lottery by benefiting the top teams, making those ping pong balls way lighter, way heavier. You know what I mean? The Utah Jazz, a lot of their codes end or start. A lot of their codes start with a 1, so they make the number 1 ping pong ball like heavier than the rest. Yeah. It's simple. It's really, really easy to rig it. And unfortunately, I have no idea how they can make it surefire. There's no chance of it being rigged to prove to the audience. But that's why I said my fix is making it bottom 10. So no matter who wins, you're saying, okay, these guys deserve it. Like if it was bottom 10 and Philly moved up to number 1, it would have been like, all right, you know, that kind of sucks. But it's not like ridiculous, man. You're not having three teams that just don't deserve it get the goddamn picks that they. But I mean, insane.
Talking about San Antonio, they still had a bad season. Like, obviously they're stacked now, but record-wise, they were pretty bad.
Okay, yeah. So what's it called? They were a bottom 10 team, so they've been bad for a certain period of time. The Dallas Mavericks just made the play-in tournament. They just had success, but they should not be adding a goddamn player of Cooper Flagg's caliber to their roster.
But I feel like if you're going with that approach, then you might as well just take in the play-in completely. Because who would want to be in the play-in? But also not.
Why do you think teams are tanking? So that they're not in the play-in. So you should not reward teams that went into the play-in, that made that mistake of trying to be mediocre. Why are we rewarding the Dallas Mavericks for that? They should have just held out to Anthony Davis.
Yeah, or
Why-
like be like 10-14.
It's
Those-
ridiculous, man. It's so stupid. It's like actually dumb. It's so dumb. Like I'm like actually upset at the results of that draft lottery. it was the worst possible.
It was bad.
The worst possible one, man. It's like it's pissed me off. To
The
like
one team that I did
degree.
not want to get a good pick was the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
Because like they already got one.
By the way, another thing that pissed me off in the moment, this guy was celebrating when the Dallas Mavericks got it. Like the Warriors aren't in the West as well. Like it's what do you want about? Why are you celebrating
I
that?
had no clue.
Like this guy's lost the plot. He actually lost the plot. I was like, oh my god. I was literally like, bro, when we saw the top 4, I was like, man, just at least let it be Charlotte. Like let Charlotte get the first
Yeah.
overall pick. Let
A Charlotte fan basically said that like they've been one of the unluckiest people because they're always one draft.
Yeah, but at least they move
No,
up. They've gone-
one draft pick
pick
too
away.
late. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for example, Wemby, they had the second overall
yeah.
pick.
LaMelo, they were 2 away. And
Yeah.
this one they were like
No, and like
potentially
also
1
like
away.
recent back in the day. I don't
Yeah.
remember like who
Sure.
it was, but
But
yeah,
what's it called? But like, keep complaining, bro. You're still getting goddamn VJ Edgecombe at least.
yeah.
You know what I mean? They might get Ace Bailey. I think Philly might take VJ. I'm not gonna lie because I've already said VJ is like the perfect fit for a contender. I think he can contribute a lot more than Ace Bailey right now. So I think Philly might go.
So
that
the
direction.
consensus is Cooper, Dylan.
It's
and then
Cooper.
it's
I
VJ
think the,
or-
the big board is saying that Ace is better. I think Ace is a better talent. I think he has a
Then
lot.
Dylan?
No,
okay,
the
okay.
VJ.
Okay.
Oh, I think Ace has a lot more room to grow. I think he has a lot higher of a ceiling than VJ. But I think like looking at who's drafting where, it might actually be VJ at 3.
Is,
And it's
Ace,
depending on if you want to what's it
Ace
called?
is like a power forward, right?
Yeah, like small
Okay.
forward, power
Yeah,
forward. Yeah, they, his measurements were disappointing as well. People thought he was like 6'10". He's actually or he was listed as 6'10" at Rutgers. He's actually like 6'7" barefoot. So
Oh,
he's
damn.
what's it called? He's
Much shorter
around
than
like
people
6'9" actually.
Yeah.
So, but like length makes up for it. You know what I mean?
True, like wingspan and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But no, it was a crazy draft lottery. Like we were all watching it, and I was like 10 seconds ahead of Yousuf, but I didn't react, and I was just like, "Damn, bro!" Like I just want to see what Yousuf's reaction was.
It was disappointing. The only like silver lining for me is of excitement is that first of all the East is like extremely open next season, and like I get to watch Brandon Ingram being added to my team. So yeah,
I'm kind of excited, like you mentioned, Brandon Ingram. I'm really excited to see how the Raptors go because like obviously Giannis rumors that we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
But the East is becoming very, very weak next season. Obviously, Jason Tatum probably going to miss the whole season or close to it. You know, get well soon. Jason Tatum, who tore his Achilles.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you just a couple trades that I saw. Let's say you're the Philadelphia 76ers and the Phoenix Suns offer you Paul. I mean, and you're the Phoenix Suns. Would you take Paul George with the 3rd overall pick for Kevin Durant?
It just depends how highly they view Ace Bailey. Dylan Harper's not going to be available. Cooper's obviously not going to be available. I think about it if it's from San Antonio. No, I wouldn't do 3rd overall pick. There's too much.
From San Antonio?
Yeah. No. From like if San Antonio offered me 2nd overall, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Whatever the deal.
No,
is.
but I'm saying for the 3rd with Paul.
For
George.
3rd, I'd stay away from it. There's too much risk.
With Paul George's contract?
No, with Ace Bailey. Like if he doesn't pan out, you've screwed yourself out of one of your limited assets that you have.
Yeah.
You need a surefire 100%. Like this is going to work out for us. Like getting their picks back is 100%. It's going to work out.
Yeah.
Unless the goddamn draft lottery screws them over, because clearly that's what it does to bad teams now. The goddamn draft lottery. Like, it's ridiculous.
Another lottery question I had for you, and we'll get to this topic of Giannis. But San Antonio had the 2nd overall pick, and they have said that they're looking to move it possibly. Mm-hmm. And let's say they go after Giannis. If you're the Milwaukee Bucks, would you prefer having that 2nd overall pick, or would you prefer getting your own picks back? It's like a 3-teamer with Pelicans getting the 2nd overall pick.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they don't have their picks until like 2030, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5 years without picks, and you're gonna be pretty bad. In that case, yeah. So it kind of sucks because I think if they have the chance to get a guy like Dylan Harper, it's like he's going to be so.
What position does Dylan play?
He's
Guard.
a point guard shooting guard.
Yeah, okay.
And what's it called? Like he's gonna be really goddamn good. And if I was San Antonio, I'm kind of annoyed because I have such an overload at the guard position. Because I think a duo of Dylan Harper and Victor Wembanyama would be ridiculous. Honestly, it's a weird predicament for Milwaukee. I think that's the best value you could getting a Dylan Harper back, but I don't think you can do it, man, because you don't have your picks for the next.
Yeah, so you can't even be back.
So you couldn't do it.
Bad.
You need those picks from New Orleans. Yeah, it sucks. It's a bad position they're in, man.
Talking about, do you have any other draft lottery stuff to say?
My Jazz fans, Wizards fans, who else got screwed? I don't even know.
Bulls. I feel bad for the Bulls.
No, but they put themselves in that
the coin flip.
But they put themselves in that position by being mediocre. So I feel bad for the fans. I don't feel bad for that front office. Portland. Yeah, that's it. Honestly, everyone else can go screw yourselves.
Two times the Bulls have lost.
New Orleans as well. Sorry.
Yeah, they dropped.
I
have
feel
lost a coin flip to the Dallas Mavericks this draft and when they drafted Luka Doncic.
Also, I realized the whole
Luka
thing
Doncic.
about being one number off. For those who don't know, the last ping pong ball, if it was a 4, the Toronto Raptors would have gotten Cooper Flagg. Then if it was a 4 again, we would have gotten Dylan Harper. But I've realized this you could say that about pretty much every single team.
Yeah.
But with a different number. So it's not really that special.
But imagine
twice in a row is crazy though.
Imagine Bobby Wester just okay, I miss out on Cooper, but it's fine.
I'd flip a table on God. If I was in there, I'd actually flip out. It would be so bad, man.
I saw someone say, "Why don't you just live stream the draft lottery?"
They record it.
Yeah, but I don't know what that would do if you.
And they don't live stream it because of ratings. They want the whole dramatic thing. Yeah. And if they live stream it, the NHL does it, they do the first overall pick first, and they do a top 4, and then no one cares. They can't build it up like they do for. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like they do for this goddamn national TV circus where he and goddamn Kendrick Perkins give his opinion. I don't care, bro. Just do the draft lottery. Damn.
I remember we were watching and this guy.
It's 15 minutes past 7. Why do I not know who has the first pick yet? What's going on? Because it's been done. I know it's done. The goddamn executives are out sitting on the stands. We're introducing everyone. I don't care who's representing the goddamn Sacramento Kings, bro. I don't care that Keon Ellis is representing them. I really don't give a damn. Tell me who's representing them.
Imagine Nico Harrison represented the Dallas Mavericks.
No, that would be so annoying. Bro, that photo of him holding the first overall pick sign would go viral. Or the what's it called? The Dallas Mavericks logo would go insane.
With the
that man does not deserve it. I love the theories about how Adam Silver traded Luka.
I just want to say that's some BS because so much went down from when.
No, but it sounds very accurate now.
Yeah. Okay, but you could make the case that he traded Luka Doncic and now he's getting all this hate and stuff. So let's give him the first overall pick. Yep. But saying he traded Luka Doncic and then he traded Luka Doncic to get the first overall pick.
Promised them. No, but I trust in the theory that what's it called, when they started getting injured and it was very clear that they weren't going to do anything in the or make the playoffs. Adam Silver from that moment, I like that theory a lot more. Honestly,
do you actually believe the theory?
No, of course not, man. None of this is rigged. It's just it just happens to seem like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just happens to seem so perfect for the NBA with all this talk about ratings dropping all this BS. All the talk of the league is Nico Harrison, how much of a fool he is. So it would have been perfect for the NBA to give the man who we're all clowning the first overall pick to make him look like a genius, to save his reputation. It almost seems like he made a call to Adam Silver saying, I can't handle the hate. Please give me the first overall pick so I look like a genius. But I'm not the one making these theories, okay? I'm not. It's not me.
Did you also see that?
I'm not going to say it. I'm just saying it. I'm just pointing out how funny it looks.
Did you see the theory that when Chris Paul got traded from New Orleans, they got Anthony Davis?
Yes.
When Anthony Davis got traded to LA, they got Zion Williamson. When LeBron came back to Cleveland.
And I would say, let's tell the Utah Jazz to do that. But unfortunately, the Utah Jazz can't do that because they never receive a player of the caliber of Anthony Davis because they keep getting screwed out of the goddamn draft lottery. Like,
And
it's an
this is-
endless cycle
this
of
was the-
big
no,
markets.
okay,
That's all it is.
To be fair, this was their
the
first year.
NBA is built and is screwing over these small markets that can't receive free agents
This is-
who can only build a championship contending team through the goddamn draft.
This was
It's
like
screwing over teams like Utah, Washington, Charlotte, Toronto, all of us who can't get any free agents whatsoever.
this was like the first time that like Utah actually tanked from the start because like before
But
past
they
season-
suck. People said they don't deserve it because they're tanking. No, they suck. They suck. They absolutely suck so bad, it is ridiculous. They are by far the worst. Not by far, because the Washington Wizards are also there, who also got screwed, by the way. They both are so astronomically worse than every other team. If every team in the NBA was healthy, you turn off the injury sliders, the Utah Jazz and the Washington Wizards would finish the last 100 times out of 100.
Yeah.
Facts. You know what I mean? Maybe Charlotte would have been higher with a healthy season because LaMelo Ball is incredible. We already know what he can do. Brandon Miller, we didn't get to see that
Mark
team fully
Williams.
healthy. Mark Williams, they've dealt with injuries. We haven't seen this team put together. The Washington Wizards, there's no doubt about them sucking, bro. The Utah Jazz suck. They didn't tank. They're just ass. That's it, bro. You know what I mean? Even the Toronto Raptors, you can make the case that we tanked and that we didn't deserve it because we unethically tanked. That's fine. Why are we screwing over teams like the Utah Jazz and the Washington Wizards who just had to watch an entire season of Colin Sexton being their best player to now all they have to look forward to is the 5th overall pick, and now they have to go through an entire cycle and hope they don't get screwed out of another goddamn draft lottery where they have another potential of a potentially generational player in AJ Dibansa.
Oh, really?
And they might
Next-
get screwed over out of him again. It's ridiculous. It's insane.
It's kind of crazy. When's the last time the best odds won the first overall pick?
Never. It doesn't happen because this thing is flawed, bro. It's flawed. I think it was Phoenix. But it's flawed, man. It's flawed.
Oh, with DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah. Off the top of my head, I would say. Your Golden State Warriors. Oh, shocker. The last time it became close to the worst team having the top pick, it was a big market in the Golden State Warriors who got second overall. Wow. It sounds so... It's so interesting how the big market is the only one that didn't get screwed over. How interesting. The worst team in the league has gone the 5th overall pick 3 years in a row. Do you know how insane that is?
This is some 2K shit.
This is
When
dead
you-
ass stupid, man. It's stupid. And I already said it, that lottery, like the screenshot of the Tankathon sim, the official for the official lottery, looks like one of those Tankathon sims that you would do and laugh and be like, imagine this happened. You send it to the group chat, guys, look what I just simmed. Imagine this happened in real life. And it actually happened in real life. So it's
Nah,
insane.
it is some crazy stuff. Going back to the Giannis situation and moving away from the draft lottery, not too much time on it, but Shams came out and said that this is the first time that Giannis has decided to look at different options on switching.
You don't believe
the
that?
team. I just think that, like, obviously, yes, that's a case, but, like, it's such a small thing in a way because, like, I'm sure he's had that thought before. You know, like, it doesn't mean that he's requested out. Like, we could be doing all this talk buzz for Giannis to be like, you know what? I've decided to stay in Milwaukee.
Sure,
like,
but-
obviously, he's going to think that after his best player tore his Achilles, having no picks, you know, 2 underwhelming seasons. Like, yes, it's something because obviously it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. But again, this is no guarantee that he wants to move, you know? So I don't think it's that big of a thing, but it is kind of shocking news. But I can see it being next week and be like, Giannis has decided to stay in Milwaukee.
I think Shams' point was this was like the first time that he's discussed it with the front office, like had actual internal talks about potentially looking elsewhere. But like again, I think it's still so far from being like official.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like obviously Shams doing this is gonna get all the interactions, everyone talking about
And
it.
a trade like this happening during draft night has not happened in so goddamn long. We
Yeah.
thought it was gonna happen when Portland got the 3rd overall pick because they
With
already had
Pascal Siakam?
with Pascal or OG, like because they had the 3rd overall pick and not just us, like other teams as well. Like people were like,
Yeah.
"Yo, why are they gonna keep that pick? Like they already have an overloaded guard, and they ended up keeping the pick and picking a guard." So I don't know. Last time like a big trade has happened in
It's
like,
probably gonna be like before training camp in the middle of
like after free agency has
Yeah,
done.
but no one
If it
wants
happens.
to. Yeah, but San Antonio's not gonna draft Dylan Harper and then like do all the media with him or whatever, and then trade him for Giannis. I
True,
don't think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
gonna happen. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it at the draft. So,
But I thought that they like the idea of having Dylan Harper.
dude, they have so many goddamn guards, man. Honestly, like I don't know what Devin Vassell can get you, and I know you don't want to trade Stephon Castle because he just won Rookie of the Year. But like, man, I would much rather have like a backcourt of Harper and Fox than Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's funny looking back, like if they didn't do that De'Aaron Fox trade, like what? Obviously they didn't lose any big time players in that trade, but it would be a lot different because I think they would be super hyped about adding Dylan Harper to this core, man. And bro, a lot can happen in the season that affects later, man. Imagine Wemby doesn't get that.
Spurs
blood
like Dylan Harper. San Antonio think they can pair Dylan
obviously
Harper
they
and
like
Castle and Fox. Plan to keep number 2 overall pick.
See, I think Stephon Castle is a good enough defender to play small forward.
3, yeah.
I just don't think it's very like what's the word sustainable to keep him at the
Yeah.
3 for your championship contending team.
It's gonna be interesting stuff, but I think with Giannis, like what other teams would be interested? I think
We know Brooklyn's interested.
Brooklyn,
Toronto's one.
Toronto's
of his
one.
destinations.
Rockets.
The Rockets have some.
He wants to play
assets.
somewhere with no income tax.
Yeah,
Um,
Dallas.
I saw the Warriors love the idea of having Giannis, but I don't know how
The
doable
Warriors
that is.
would love the idea of having anyone in the league. The NBA will probably give it to them. I'm surprised the Warriors didn't move up into the top 4 this draft lottery without a pick. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous.
Imagine Lakers got Cooper.
but- yeah, just goddamn like.
Imagine the Lakers got.
It's like they do the lottery. They're like, oh, the top 4 teams are Utah, Washington, Charlotte, and goddamn Chicago. And Mark Cuban opens the envelope. The 4th pick goes to the Miami Heat. The 3rd pick goes to
The Golden State
Golden State Warriors.
The second
The second pick goes
Boston
to the
Celtics.
Boston Celtics, and that means the first overall pick goes to the LA Lakers. Everyone's just
You said
standing there
Mark
like,
Cuban,
yo,
by the way.
Mark Tatum. I don't care, bro. Screw Mark Cuban as well while we're at it.
Why?
Screw the Dallas Mavericks.
Nah,
I hate
nah.
that franchise now. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it.
Let's get to some basketball talk.
We haven't been talking about that.
I mean, like some NBA playoffs talk. We spent 30 minutes on the
you didn't
draft.
ask me
lottery.
about Giannis. Giannis to Toronto.
Oh yeah, I saw this package deal. We kind of spoke
It's
off
ridiculous.
camera.
Yeah, I'll just say it straight up. It's like, no, man, it's not happening. But anyone can hope.
Giannis prefers to stay on the Eastern Conference team.
Yeah, I know. And
Toronto Raptors.
Did you not see this?
No, I did not see this.
What are you? No wonder you didn't ask me about this guy. Look, this guy tunes me out when I'm telling him things. Man. I'm telling you.
No, you
right
did
now.
not tell me
I
this.
told you. First of all, I sent it to you.
Okay,
so you, don't,
sent it to a group chat.
I sent it to the group chat, so read the group chat.
I haven't opened
And second
any
of
of
all,
my
I
messages.
told him, I was like, "Yo, talk about Giannis wanting to go to Toronto and Brooklyn."
You did not say that.
And you went, yeah, facts.
No.
Like that's exactly what happened.
No.
And just now you were trying to move on. I'm like, yo, what happened to the?
What's
All right, first of all, the reporter's BS. It's scoop B, bro. Like, if I had a goddamn dollar every single time, A, he was wrong, and B, the Raptors were in one of these rumors, I would be a millionaire by now. Like, I hold no weight into these like discussions. The Leafs just hit the post.
we have the
Yeah.
Celtics game going on and the Leafs game in the background. But okay, you're like as a Raptors fan, me as well. But I'm gonna ask you this as a diehard Raptors fan. What's the package for Giannis looking like?
Well, I think Scotty would have to be a part of it. That goes without
And how
saying.
much are you
It's
willing to give up?
It's just about like how much more you want to add. I think if you have to give up a guy like Jakob Poeltl to match salary and stuff like that, you'd ask Milwaukee to keep your pick this year, so that you can draft a center. And like that's another like factor that you have to think about. Like, do I believe in Kaman Maluach or Derek Queen enough to just keep this pick and trust them in the upcoming season? Because as soon as you trade for Giannis, you are going for a contender.
Would you give up RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, this year's first round pick, and 3 other first round pick attached?
It's so I don't know about this year because then we're going to next season without a center. It's tough, man. It ruins the camaraderie of the team, the cool family vibe thing we have going. First of all, I don't know, man. The good news about the Raptors is if they want Giannis Antetokounmpo, they can give him. It's just, do they want to part with Scotty Barnes? How much do they believe in him? I'm on the fence with Scotty right now. I have no idea like whether or not he will take that scoring jump, because now without Cooper Flagg or Dylan Harper, he needs to take that scoring jump if we want to be contenders in the next couple of years. So next season's going to be big for him. Next season's going to be big for Emmanuel quickly. I think this is all a big, like, hoobala or whatever you call it. I think, I think a trade of this magnitude would happen over the offseason. And I don't think there are any packages that would entice the Milwaukee Bucks to trade away their franchise star.
There is no packages?
I don't think. There are, but I don't.
From
Like San Antonio's package is there, but like I think they would want to do it in the offseason. So that.
But I feel like if
there
Giannis asks out, then you're trading it.
But I don't think Giannis has acted. If Giannis was going to ask out, he would have asked out by now. So it's simple. I think they stay put, honestly.
And that's why I was saying that whole report of like him wanting to like play in a different team is BS.
Yeah,
but I mean,
they
Masai and
didn't
Giannis
say that though. They said what's it called? He's open to exploring.
Yeah, that's
which
what I'm saying.
means
Yeah,
they've just talked about it. That's all it is. That's all it means. So people are like overreacting.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it's taken out of.
I think Kevin Durant that move's a lot more certain than like Giannis, and no one's talking about that. So if I'm a team, I'm like I'm pouncing on Kevin Durant right now because everyone's focused on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's the big fish. So
yeah,
it's
big fish in the market.
Yeah, literally.
Getting to some playoff basketball.
Yep.
We have our first conference final team, the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah. Shocking.
Honestly, happening in 5 games is so much shocking. I mean, shout out
forget the fight. The team is really shocking to me. I did not expect.
Yeah, Miles Turner has really stepped up. Siakam has played amazing. But happening in 5 games is, I think, the craziest thing to me. Like, obviously, the Cavs had some injuries, but they got healthy towards the end and didn't matter. Donovan Mitchell, like always, he's always looking great. But I feel like in that one win that the Cleveland Cavaliers won, they had figured something out with the zone and having Evan Mobley playing up top. But it feels like, either they went away from that or the Indiana Pacers just figured out a way to counter that. And that game 4 was brutal. Like, it was like a 45-point game on Mother's Day. Like, that was just some insane stuff. And even last night, like, Indiana was down. They came back, and Tyrese Halliburton played amazing. And there was at times where the Cavs defense was terrible. Like, you're trapping him at half court, and that leaves a wide open Miles Turner that eventually hit the dagger in that play. But tell me what you saw, and what is this for the Cavs? Like, do you think, like, what's next for the Cavs?
I'll say my biggest takeaway from this was that Cleveland's like, they really die by the 3 ball a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, they're shooting
especially after, and Game 5 was so like indicative of that because they were feasting in the paint, and they for some reason went away from it just like out of habit, I guess. But that's number one. Ty Jerome was disappointing. He had a really good regular season. He struggled a little bit.
He's not your USAC player.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I don't know. And if you're a Cavs fan, you can use the injuries as an excuse. But I think to a point, you got to realize that you really did get outplayed.
Jared Allen as well, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like before the lights were too bright for him, this playoff run, like, I'm not saying it was terrible, but he got outperformed.
Yeah. And I'll say this again. This is why, like, I'm not a hater when I called him, like, one of the more overrated players in the league, Evan Mobley. I thought, like, what's it called? I thought if he has the expectation of a lot of people say of him being a top 15 player in the league, some people saying top 10, he should have a next gear, a next level that he goes into when it comes to the playoffs, like other top 10 players in his teammate Donovan Mitchell, and guys like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, guys that take it into another gear come playoff time offensively, and he really didn't do that. I'm not saying he played bad, but
I wouldn't say he played bad.
He wasn't necessarily like, what's it called? He wasn't filling the role that he needed to, especially with some of his teammates struggling. Darius Garland's coming off an injury, man. I guess he was injured. He got injured as well.
Yeah.
But
Evan Mobley,
his injury was a lot like more calm. He was fine, man. You could tell the way he was moving out there. He was healthy enough to.
He had a good game 5.
But like, man, they lost. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they went away from him. It's disappointing. You would want more from your second best player. You know what I mean? And defensively, he did not look like the defensive player of the year out there. Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner got whatever they wanted during the series. Siakam like was a little worse, I guess, but he was still finding his shot. I wouldn't necessarily call him like bad. You feel me?
I think the best thing
Are
to
allergies
happen.
cooking you right now?
No, I'm just I don't know. Like, I think the best thing to happen for Tyrese Halliburton is being called the overrated player of the year. Like,
Is it really? I don't think that impacted him that much.
I think it
honestly.
did. I think,
don't
like,
give it damn.
I know I genuinely
I
think-
wouldn't care.
Like, I don't think it impacted it to a point where it's like what? Why are these guys staying? But I think it put a chip on his shoulder, and he's like, I need to go out and hoop. And shout out to my boy LeBron James, backing him up. I saw someone's like, "Yo, LeBron, I've seen you do a lot of coverage right after MJ joins NBC."
Yeah. Also, like, what's it called? We don't know. Maybe LeBron voted as Tyrese Halliburton as the most overrated player. Like, we don't know this. Like, this is what I mean. All these players are like coming to his support, man. Someone had to goddamn vote for him. Like, it's not like all of you. Like, someone needs to come out and admit it, man. Like, what are we doing? I saw someone say this. Like, it might have genuinely just been like an entire team that voted.
like the
Like the
Bucks.
goddamn Bucks probably might have just voted for him because they hated him. But like, yeah, man, someone voted for him, and you have to vote for someone. I think we should blame the people who created that question, because you have to vote for someone. Who am I? You can't abstain the vote. You can't just vote for someone who's ass. Like, it's got to be like a noticeable player. You know what I mean? So, I blame the people that created that question. Indiana, man, they really surprised me. They looked really, really good against Milwaukee, but the whole thing was about weak competition. No Damian Lillard. But, man, people don't realize it's hard to do what's expected of you, I guess is how you put it.
Yeah.
Like, when you're expected to do something, it's still hard, man. And what do you expect the Indiana Pacers to do? Just lie and die?
And I feel like people still had the Cavs winning the series.
Yeah, bro. Indiana were dominant in this
It's
series,
kind of
man.
crazy though. I can't lie that like the past 2 seasons, the past 5 playoff runs,
Yep.
they haven't played one healthy team. I
Yeah.
mean, except the Boston Celtics where they got wiped out.
Swept. But here's the thing, man. In that series, a couple shots go down. They're
Exactly.
up.
Like
you know?
Andrew Nemhard, there was moments in that thing where
Literally.
he tried to be him. Denzel Valentine, no.
Yeah, no, don't disrespect my boy Nemhard like that.
Yeah,
he was
he's
he was
a-
cooking in
Bro,
that
he's
series,
one of
man.
those guys that are a playoff riser. Like,
Yeah, he's
insane.
been super good. Yeah,
Out of nowhere. But
and he struggled in the regular season.
yeah, he did. Like I feel like in the regular season, he just plays the.
I think he was one of our X factors. I don't know which one of us, but like I think he was an X factor. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm excited to see who they play. I don't know who they're playing, man.
I mean, let's talk about that series. Like we mentioned,
It's not over.
It's not over, but I mean, losing.
And I will say, when Jason Tatum went out with an injury, it wasn't over. When they were up 2-0, everyone was acting like the series was over. It was not over at all. This is the defending champs.
But I think when Jason Tatum went down with that injury,
I mean, yeah, then it was over.
then it was
Yeah,
over.
obviously.
You know,
like-
because like that in that time, like he went down with 2 minutes left, and it was like an 8-point.
No,
game.
no, they could have came back.
Yeah,
They
but like
they
I mean,
definitely
very
could have came
unlikely.
back.
So
Tatum
I
was
just
hitting
wanna
shots.
I just want my credit when I mentioned before the season started that if there's one team to beat the Knicks, it would. I mean, if there's one team to beat the Celtics, it would be the
Yeah.
Knicks. I was cooking. I saw the vision.
It's interesting because they were not the better team this series.
Yeah, no, dude.
not at all. They went down 20 points in 3 different games.
Yeah, it came back with
Like, what's it called? They came back in 2 of them. I think they almost went down 20 in the last game. Not this one, the one before. Like, it's they do not look. I think the biggest reason for the Celtics' downfall other than the injury was Jalen Brown, man. Jalen Brown, he looked really goddamn
did
bad in
not
this series.
look- he
I
did
joked
not
about it. Like, he looks like, because I really suck at using Jalen Brown in 2K. He looks like I'm controlling him right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. And there's that. There's Kristaps Porzingis being sick. I said that before. This was my. It's so annoying because the reasoning the Knicks beat the Celtics was the reasoning I gave for the Magic beating the Celtics. Like, I was just a series too early. I was like, oh, the Magic are going to upset the Celtics because Kristaps Porzingis is dealing with the illness, and Jalen Brown has looked really bad recently. And that's what, they didn't impact them against the Magic. It impacted them against the Knicks. I was just a series off. But, like, what's it called? Kristaps Porzingis is struggling out there. He's laboring. He can barely breathe. It's really honestly scary at this point. Like it's sad. Drew Holiday is not gonna carry any load.
Yeah.
The Florida Panthers just scored again.
Yeah,
The Leafs are done, man. It's actually over. But
But moving on to the Knicks perspective, bro, this man Jalen freaking Brunson, like the way he closed out last series, this whole series he's looked amazing. Like you come back down 20, and a lot of that is Mikal Bridges. Like those first 2 games, he's the one who leads that run when Jalen Brunson comes off. Not just that, the game-saving block and the same game-saving, game-winning steal. You know, like that is amazing. And honestly, like Jason Tatum looked bad the first 2 games, but Jaylen Brown looked even worse. So it's kind of crazy that Jason Tatum got all the hate for those games.
Yeah.
But I feel like, again, Missoula ball has just not been working this season, and the Celtics have not looked like they should, like the talent they have this season. And I mean, the Knicks have taken advantage.
yeah. It's what's it called? It's sad. Man.
OG has looked amazing too.
Yeah, we're either gonna see OG Anunoby or Pascal Siakam in the finals. It's interesting.
I'm so hyped. I mean, early takes. Obviously, the series is not over, but I mean, it's close to being over.
Yeah.
Who do you have? Indiana, Knicks.
Dude, I've picked against Indiana 3 series in a row.
Yeah.
So it's like nuts that I'm siding towards New York again, but I don't know. It's such a weird thing because like Indiana's riding the most momentum I've ever seen them ride in the past couple of seasons. It's hard to pick against them, but You're going the Knicks. Like I want to, but like
This
man,
is gonna be a good series.
dude,
too.
momentum is such a big thing in the playoffs, and they're like actually on fire right now, defensively and offensively.
Yeah.
They're clicking. And New York has gone down double digits against the Pistons and the Celtics multiple times. I don't know if Indiana gives up.
But I feel like Indiana's
Indiana's the team that will go up 20 and they pounce on your neck and go up 40.
Yeah.
That's what happened against Cleveland. That's what happened against Milwaukee as well. They don't give up those leads. So New York can't do that against Indiana. Screw it, I'm going the Pacers.
This might be crazy, but I feel like they haven't seen the caliber of defensive wings that the Knicks have.
With a Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, of course, that's true, but I don't think it'll impact.
Like Jalen Brunson has looked amazing. These guys have been rivals. Not Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, but like Knicks and
I feel like Brunson and Halliburton are a very similar type of player these playoffs, in which they've been insanely clutch. But at times they've like looked a little lost out there, I will say.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of crazy. When we did our dream playoff matchups, we wanted this in the first round.
Yeah.
And now, who knew we'd get this in the goddamn conference finals?
Hey, but I also said like Knicks Pacers was a possibility, and I was called stupid, and it was a possibility. It almost happened. So the standings shifted like within a week. It was nuts. But
it was insane.
A lot of things can happen, man. I'm interested in this series, bro. It's gonna be very fun.
I would say Knicks in 6.
I'm going Pacers in 6. No, they've gone to 5 both series. That's insane, man. I'll say Pacers in 6. I don't think Knicks lose in 7 2 years in a row.
Yeah, against the same team.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to mention, bro. Mitchell Robinson has looked. Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to say.
Mitchell Robinson
has looked goddamn amazing.
Yeah, he's
like
really good.
It's gotten to a point where they were trying to hack a Robinson, and they saw OG was coming on.
Yeah.
And they're like, we want to foul Robinson, not to send him to the free throw line, but to get him off and bring OG on. Yeah. Like, it's gotten to a point where it's like, let's take him off.
Kind of like you guys with Steven Adams.
Yeah.
And like they're taking off like Steven Adams to get like Jalen Green on. Like Jalen Green was the better player, but what's it called? You know, like the way Steven Adams is playing at the time, you wanted him off the court.
But like again, Jalen Green was terrible that.
Yeah. The OG is actually good, but no, I'll just use Jalen Green as an example, like just in general, whoever it is. But anyways,
but like he's looked amazing. Like the plus minus for him has been insane. And today he was 4 for 4 from the free throw line in the first half.
Congratulations! And ironically, this is like one of the games where they're actually like close against the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
I mean, don't matter until what the final score says.
Yeah, exactly.
Mitchell Robinson is 4 from free throw line. He's shooting a better free throw percentage than field goal.
As a center.
Isn't that crazy?
That's jokes.
Moving over to the West. You want to start off with my Warriors?
Yeah, I mean, what's it called?
There isn't much to say. This has probably been
The Steph Curry injury was massive to the series.
Yeah.
They've been getting, but I will also say the Wolves have done their job. Like I said earlier, it's hard to take out a team when you're expected to win as well. The Warriors looked really good in the first game, but I said it, man. The
even
Wolves.
the third game. That game was theirs.
Yeah, but bro, like, here's the thing: the Wolves were just missing shots. The Minnesota Timberwolves are not gonna miss just miss open shots for 4 out of 7 of the games in the series. So it's not like I've seen people say if Steph was here, y'all would have swept and all this.
I mean, I think if Steph is here,
It's a different series, of course.
I
Steph's
think
one
this
of
is
the
a
best
3-1
players.
series Warriors.
Huh?
I think this is a 3-1 series.
Dude, that's ridiculous, man.
I genuinely think so.
The game is so different with Steph in there. Like, it's not just automatically going to be positive. You're just assuming that Steph's going to come in and magically make the Warriors play defense against the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know what I mean? That's not. They've looked bad defensively as well.
But at times, sure, yes, they have looked bad defensively.
Not at times.
No, okay, no.
For stretches, bro.
Yes, no, but for stretches. But you also don't have that offensive. Like, they look lost offensively.
Yeah.
They genuinely look lost.
You want to what? They have the guy, Jimmy Butler, who's not being goddamn aggressive.
I agree with you, but if you have a Steph Curry, right, you're being able to, like, instead of it being a 20-0 run, it could be like a...
Was Brandon Pajemski missing open shots, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So when we're defending Stephen Curry, we're doubling Steph Curry, and he passes it to what? An open Brandon Pajemski. It's a missed shot either way. You know what I mean?
I think it's different.
Obviously it's a different series.
Steph
I'm not saying that, but you can't say with 100%
so
certainty it would be a 3-1 series.
Okay, I'm not... No, okay, but at least it's tied. It's not a 3-1 series, Minnesota.
I think Minnesota's still up.
3-1.
I think they would have figured it out. I'm not saying with 100%. I think 2-2. If I had to put money on it, I'd say 2-2. But I think it's more likely that it would be a 3-1 series Minnesota than Golden State. Their schemes have been so much better than you guys. They figured it out offensively and defensively.
Curry had 13 points in goddamn 12 minutes.
Okay, in one game.
Yeah.
If we're basing off one game.
Yeah.
Jalen Green's the GOAT.
No.
Game 2, Jalen Green. What's it called?
Okay, no, there's levels.
If they had game 2,
cut it out. We're relax.
No, but it's
Nah,
one game. It is one
relax,
game.
relax,
It's one
relax,
game.
relax,
Who
relax.
says Steph Curry doesn't come back? Chris Finch draws up a scheme to absolutely take him out of the series.
Sure, yes, okay.
It's not like
you take him out of the series.
These
but
are just predictions at the end of the day.
Yes, it is. But
Like,
I think with it,
you can't say any of this with certainty.
I can't.
That's
But I think,
ridiculous.
but I think it would be at least a 2-2 series.
That's fine, but you said
would not be
straight up.
3-1
You said
Minnesota.
straight up 3-1.
I do believe that.
I do
believe
that's
that.
just
It's
bias, man.
It's okay.
That's
Warriors in
That's
7.
why I wanted Steph to come back to prove this. First of all, I was called crazy for saying Wolves in 5 as soon as Steph got out, and now people are saying, "Oh, if Steph was here, we would have won it." Like, stay on either side. Man. You guys are either good enough to beat them without Steph, or you absolutely need Steph desperately. Like,
No, we do need Steph.
so why were you saying you would win anyways, even after Steph went out?
No, I genuinely expected us to take at least one game.
You guys
Genuinely.
are not, bro. First of all, Jimmy Butler is not the same Jimmy Butler that was
Yeah.
with Miami. That's a fact, and we knew this before it happened. This was blatantly obvious. He's not as aggressive as he was. He's not taking the shots that he needs to shoot. He's being way too passive.
He is.
And what's it
looks
called?
gassed out
And
there.
the rest of your team, Moses Moody forgot how to shoot the basketball. Brandon Pajemski
He
forgot how
should
to
be
shoot
the
the
USAC
basketball.
player of the week.
Who? Moses Moody?
No, Brandon
But he-
Pajemski.
Okay, yeah, but what's it called?
He looked horrendous.
You know what I mean? Like, you're expecting things of these players that, like, eventually it was going to catch up to you guys. You know what I mean? The way Julius Randle's been playing, the way
Julius Randle has
Jaden
been
McDaniel's
killing
been
us.
playing. It's incredible. Rudy Gobert's been filling his role incredibly. Anthony Edwards, when he's not scoring, he's
Yeah.
controlling the game at a level that we've never seen him control it before. Now,
One thing-
a great shooter. Like, this
Jonathan
team,
Kuminga
this
looked
is
amazing.
this is what a conference finals team looks like.
No.
Not you
I
guys. And the
disagree.
Florida Panthers have scored again.
I disagree.
You do not have a center.
I still
You have
think
Trace Jackson Davis as your center.
I don't care. We are winning this
What do you
series
mean you
without
don't
the
care?
Warriors.
When's the last time a team with a center with no center had any sort of success?
2022.
2022, yes, you had Kevon Looney who
Kevon
played
Lo- we have
out
Kevon
of his mind.
Kevon Looney.
Yeah,
has
you
been
think
playing
Kevon Looney?
amazing.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying right now, is Kevon Looney playing like that?
He's playing good. Yes.
You've lost the plot. You actually lost the plot. This is like,
No, we would have won number
Insane.
5 if it was Steph. Okay, trolling aside, Warriors play tonight. Must win Game 5.
obviously.
I mean, if they win Game 5, Warriors are winning.
You like actually lost the plot, man.
I mean, Steph Curry's back to clear.
Toronto
practice.
sports are in the gutter, by the way. This is ridiculous. This is so sad. In the second period, 3-0 is nuts.
Clear has been cleared to practice, and he will be reevaluated on Saturday. So I'm really hoping the Warriors can. Bro,
Can I say this is not even guaranteed that he's back in Game 6. In fact, unlike any of you guys, I'm human, and I hope the goddamn Golden State Warriors don't rush back their franchise.
They won't rush him back.
They won't rush him back.
They won't.
They won't rush him
They
back.
won't.
Yeah?
Draymond has made it clear. Steve has made it clear. They
Okay.
will not rush him back.
Obviously, they're going to say that.
But they wouldn't rush him back.
They
Like,
said Anthony Davis, when they played Phoenix in whatever year, I think 2021, when they played Phoenix, they said Anthony Davis is perfectly fine. Anthony Davis walked out there and was limping.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
The Warriors
These
are not
teams
fraudulent.
Huh?
The Warriors will not rush him back. I promise you they will not.
How do you
rush him
know? Are you in the front office?
Yes, I am.
Are you a part of the medical
Yes,
staff?
I am.
What- do you have
Because
Steve,
do
do you know Steve Kerr personally?
No,
Like,
no,
what
no. Because I know Rick.
You literally
He-
don't. No, you don't. You do not know Rick. Who's Rick? What Rick?
The medical
The guy that looks like Steve Kerr?
No.
That dude? You do not know him. Like, what do we do? In fact, the Warriors literally have a track record of rushing players.
When?
back. Kevin Durant. In
He was
2019.
healthy. He was healthy.
He was healthy?
Yes, he was.
He literally said he got rushed. There's a reason he left. Was he got rushed
What do you
back.
mean?
The reason he left the Warriors was because they rushed him back.
No, that's cap.
Are you
5 minute
on-
receipts right now?
This is the team that
Rick was
rushes
not.
teams
Rick,
back.
Rick was not there back then.
He was.
No, he was not.
Who's Rick? I don't know.
You don't even know who Rick is.
I think I do. It's the guy that looks like Steve Kerr.
I don't know how he looks, to be honest.
Oh my god, this guy's lost the. You know him, yeah. This guy's lost the plot. You guys, okay, but like I'm.
They
telling
will. Okay,
you,
no, but listen.
You
They
can't
will-
say they won't rush him back.
They will not rush him back.
What do you mean?
I guarantee you, if I had to bet money on, they would not rush him back. They
Why?
will not rush back a 37-year-old point guard who has been dealing with a hamstring injury.
What did they do with Kevin Durant? They just removed 4 or 5 years away. That's exactly what they did with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, but he was.
What
not
are you on about?
He was not 37.
Okay, he was like 3-4 years younger. He's in his 30s anyways. It's an older Kevin Durant. What are you
They'll-
on about? That exact scenario
Trust me.
is exactly what happened with the Golden
Trust
State
me, I
Warriors.
know they will not rush him back. We just need to win tonight.
I'm saying that's all I was saying. This argument is I just said I hope they don't rush him
they
back.
won't.
Okay, you don't know that.
Yes, I do.
This is the most retarded thing ever, bro. You do not know the Golden State Warriors. You know that meme with Drake in the Kentucky room? You are not a part of the team, bro. You are not a part of the team. You are a goddamn fan. You don't even live in San Francisco. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
But hopefully tonight, I mean, Julius Randle has looked amazing.
I didn't even finish my point. I was gonna say I hope they don't rush him back because, like, what's it called? If they do, they're ruining their franchise icons, like career, the rest of his career, basically.
But no, if he does come
all,
back,
all for a sliver of a chance to come back.
bro,
in the
it's
series.
so pain that like genuinely. I know you have your take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I have my take on the Warriors. Biases aside, whatever. But they had a legitimate chance to win number 5.
Like that's. You are not winning a championship with Quinton Post as your best center, bro. I'm sorry to tell you.
Jim agreed.
Yeah, a small ball line. Steven Adams made that lineup look like a goddamn G League squad, bro. Steven Adams looked like Prime Hakeem Olajuwon against that lineup. It's ridiculous. You're not winning a championship without a center, and you know this. Like, you have a chance. Of course, everyone has a chance. Utah Jazz have a chance at the 2026 championship. That's like everyone has a chance. But like, you are not winning it, bro. I'm sorry to tell you right now. Like,
It hurts me. But tonight, I don't even want to watch the game, to be honest. Like, I'm so done. Like, bro, quick rant. Okay, Game 4. It's a low-key a must-win game. You're at home.
it is a must win. Every single
Right?
You need one win from this.
You are down, and you finish the second quarter on a beautiful run.
Yeah.
And then Anthony Edwards hit a step back 3 from 30 feet over 2 guys.
Yeah.
And you come out flat. I mean, tonight we need to see aggressive Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler shooting 9 shots in the game is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Jonathan Kuminga has looked amazing. He's getting to the
Finally,
line.
it took him long enough.
Yo, respect him. He needed some games to,
Yeah, and Steve Kerr didn't play him for those games. Like, it made no
Yeah, but those stretches where he played those small minutes.
Yeah, but like, why wasn't he playing near the end of the season, man? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, it was must-win games.
Let him ramp up. Like, it's you can't throw him in a goddamn game 6 against the Houston Rockets and expect him to do anything. You know what I mean?
Did he play in Game 7?
Or whatever
He did,
it was.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
That's irrelevant now. Like
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors, Dylan Brooks is a fraud. Not going to shake hands with the Draymond Green. And after talking, anyways, we don't talk about irrelevant people on this podcast. Like I mentioned, he is a terrible player. Did not show up in Game 7. But that's besides the point.
you're about to join him in Cancun.
That's besides the point. Did you see that Eamon Thompson was in Cancun like celebrating?
Is he? Yeah,
Something?
nah,
And someone tweeted, he's
No,
like,
man.
"Yo, genuinely, like he can't be serious. Like I'm still
Nah,
here
if
grieving this
you're-
loss.
if-
I didn't go to school for 2 days, and 2 days after he's on a flight
Dude,
to
if you're an NBA player, you actually have to ban yourself from Cancun, man. that you cannot visit that spot, bro. That's
How did that even start?
Huh? Just the Cancun on 3 stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
I really don't, but it's
what
okay.
are you like? I think it was like Pat Bev. Remember?
No.
Bro, are you an NBA fan? Like, some of these things are, what's it called? Some of these things are like the most viral, what's it called? The viral memes. How do you not know? Or what's it called? It was Pat Bev. No, wait. This is bothering me. yeah, Pat Bev. Or no, it was Pat Bev, but I can't find the meme. Wait. Keep talking. Wait. That's like,
I mean, okay. Let's say Timberwolves win. We have Rando has looked amazing. Gobert has looked decent. Naz Reid has looked amazing. I mean, this team has looked fun. And they're gonna either play. It's gonna be the battle of the the two Aura guys, or a rematch of last year. It's okay, fine. Like, leave the meme. But shifting over to the OKC.
I think it was from the bubble. It was like Pat Bev and like the Clippers versus like someone. I forgot.
Shift over to Nuggets and
Okay, see, the best series. Not that there was any competition, but
facts.
like, what's it called? That was the best series. This has
That
been
is
the best
generally going to
series
be
ever.
one of the only series that doesn't end at 5.
Yeah, I will say, what's it called? The OKC Thunder have like helped themselves a lot by actually being clutch for the first time like this season.
Yeah.
Game 4, Case and Wallace and like Aaron Wiggins are the reason they won the game, because it's moments, man. You lose and win games based on moments.
For real.
The Denver Nuggets were on a run. The Oklahoma City Thunder could no way the Florida Panthers scored again. 4-0 is nuts.
period
That's
is it?
so bad. The second period.
That's insane.
4-0. What's it called? The Oklahoma City Thunder they can't find a bucket. The Denver Nuggets are on a run. They go to their bench. Lou Dort was missing, and then they go to their bench and they get Case and Wallace and Aaron Wiggins, and they hit some massive goddamn shots and tie the game up. And then OKC finds their offense, and it's not too late. You know what I mean? What's it called? Game 5, the same thing happens. The Denver Nuggets are on a run. They're about to pull away. Then Lou Dort, after missing, he was going to be my You Suck player of the week until he hit some massive threes. I believe he hit like 2 or 3 in a row. And like he tied the game up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's moments like that save the team.
And
in
it's
the
crazy
series.
because this was Jokic's game. Like, he dropped an insane stat line. You know, he had over 40 points, and no one came to show. Like, he had Jamal Murray, who in the fourth quarter missed some bunnies and missed some layups. Russell Westbrook, 1 for 7. Michael Porter Jr., terrible. Christian Braun played all right. Aaron Gordon, he played all right too. And he had a moment where, was it MPJ that had a moment in the end of the game?
MPJ, what's it called? MPJ has missed so many goddamn clutch shots. It's like ridiculous, man. That guy is like actually stupid. You're injured, man. You should not be taking those shots. I don't care how open you are, bro. Like, it's ridiculous.
But he had a shot at the end of the game that was like a really bad.
Yeah. It was like a fadeaway midi.
Who had the three at the? Here, wait,
Aaron Gordon had a 3 that missed.
Okay.
He's been great this series though. Russ has been disappointing. His shot hasn't been falling, so like, it sucks, man. It's because Denver has. If they close out 2 of these games, man, they've won the series.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about
No,
the
of course,
Thunder.
but they had like actual chances, man. Like other than that game 1, like the Thunder, I wouldn't say with the better team in any of the games than game 1. It's like it's sad to watch, man. Like
It was crazy. They closed out the game on a 12-5 run.
I've already said I think the person that comes out of the West wins
winning
the
it all.
championship, but it very well could be the team that comes out of this series. Like I don't want to count out the Minnesota Timberwolves. So
Yeah. I feel like the Minnesota Timberwolves are like the Indiana Pacers.
they're like the wild card for me. They're my wild card. Like I don't think Indiana's gonna win any champion. Like my true contenders tier is probably it's probably either gonna be OKC or Denver, and then my wild card is Minnesota. I don't think either of these teams. Sorry to my Pacers and Knicks fans. I don't think either of those teams are gonna win. To be completely honest, but yeah, do you think Denver has a chance?
I mean, you're going game 6 at home. I mean, winning this game, like we've seen them win on the road before. We've seen both teams win on the road. But I think Jokic, you can never count on Jokic.
Yeah.
You know? He had a good game when we thought OKC had figured him out. And now you go to game 6 and he has a chance to tie the series and come back for game 7. We've seen Jokic come down 3-1 many times, you know. He just hasn't had any help. Like, you look at Aaron Gordon, he didn't have the game that he normally has, like 13 points. Like, not that you expect more from an Aaron Gordon, but there are only 3 guys that scored double digits for the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And one of that being Aaron Gordon with the 13 points. When you look at OKC, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. You know, again, they have so much more depth. Shea looked amazing. J-Dub has not looked amazing this series.
Yeah,
but he had some clutch shots.
He's been clutch, man. If you're clutch, who gives a damn how bad you've been? Like, literally. I've learned this in the past. If you're hitting clutch
with the
shots, I
bounce
couldn't
back
care.
game, like you mentioned.
Yeah. He was terrible, but I was literally saying, I tweeted, I was like, there is no excuse for my MVP of the series for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Alex Caruso. There's no excuse for Lou Dort to be starting over him in Game 6, win or lose. There might be an excuse now, but like honestly, I'm still taking.
Alex Caruso
I'm still
looked
starting
amazing.
Alex Caruso.
And see, the issue is with Russell Westbrook when you put him in instead of MPJ because MPJ has not looked great. They just leave Russell Westbrook open.
Yeah.
You know, and you have Caruso like doubling on someone. So, I mean, we knew that OKC were this good. I mean, people were saying OKC in 5, which was just crazy to me. But this series could be over if Mark Daigneault doesn't call those dumb timeout foul up 3.
No, I mean the whole foul up 3 thing. I love when it doesn't work against the team because it's the most pussy stuff ever. Like respectfully, it's such like. It pisses me off because like, you should not be allowed, man. You shouldn't be allowed to do that.
It was just.
I want to see the NBA. Y'all want to fix your ratings? Don't rig the lottery. Fix stupid rules like this where you can foul up while
It
up
should
3.
be like a transition.
Literally, man. Like it should be a free throw and possession.
Yeah,
like that's what it should be. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah, I agree. I had one more thing to say about.
Does Denver have a chance?
I think so. I mean, I think they do.
Do
the Warriors have a chance?
I think if Denver wanted to win, they really needed that last game. I don't think they can take 2 in a row against Oklahoma City. They've struggled to do that. Like this, they've proven that they've struggled to do that this season.
Yeah, true. They haven't done that.
It's very, very like.
They've looked good at times, but did they come down?
They look good when they're hitting their 3, but like they've been bricking way too much.
Didn't they go down 2-1 to
the Clippers? Yes.
Did they go down?
No. They went up 3-2.
Okay. They won in 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It feels like so long ago, but even though but let's say you have whoever comes out of this series going to the finals, right?
Yeah. Yeah, in my opinion. But hey, man, maybe I'll switch my prediction in a week the Wolves have been resting.
When would be game 1?
I don't
It's
know.
not going. It's not
depends-
finishing in 5.
It depends when.
I mean, you guys are gonna be watching this after the game, so you guys can be laughing at me.
Yeah,
But
literally.
I have faith
like,
in my Warriors.
we will clip it right after.
We won. We
this
won.
is not finishing in 5. We will clip that.
We won one in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Who says we can't win another?
All right, man.
So
Cut to the final score. Like literally, but
nah, it's okay. We just need game 5. Do it for Steph. Game 6, Steph returns. Game 7, we go, and Mr. Fourth quarter, king of the fourth quarter.
okay.
Do you have anything else to say, Yousuf?
No, I have nothing else to say.
This has been a wrap to an episode. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like the episode.
Wait, do the Leafs have a chance?
No, it's over. You've
Go
lost the plot.
Leafs.
You've lost
Leafs
the
in
plot.
7. Leafs in 7.
You've lost the plot. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.